another episode of the Hardcore Soft Skills Podcast. This is Yadi Caro, and in each episode, we address a new skill with the help of an expert. Today, we talk about virtual team management. As remote work becomes a new kind of normal, we cannot assume that the same skills to manage a team in an office will apply for virtual teams. As a worker, you have the ability to work from the comfort of your home. As a manager, though, how do you keep employees engaged, create trust, and manage the day to day? This is why I invited Hasnain Rizvi to my podcast. He is a senior agile coach who focuses on helping teams and companies manage complex projects. He is a trainer, and among his specialties is dealing with remote teams. Today, we speak about practical advice you can implement now if you are or planning to be a manager for remote workers. Let's listen. So, thank you so much for joining me in the podcast today, Hasnain.
It's a pleasure, Yadi. Appreciate it.
I want to know a lot because what we're going to talk about today is about managing remotely, managing virtual meetings, just the overall, the new, I guess, law of things, and a lot of things that have happened remote. But first, before we get started, I want to know in terms of your particular career path, what made you want to focus on overall project management, software management, and all those different fields?
Sure, Yadi. First of all, it's great to be here with you and all the others who are listening. Um, in terms of my career in this area of project program management and now agile coaching, when I came out of university, we were going through the dot-com bust. So, I joined a couple of dot-coms and they both went down. I thought it
Mm-hmm.
was me. But what perplexed me was the fact that we had this amazing talent, amazing human potential, yet somehow we weren't being able to deliver business value. And it confused me. And so, it took a while for me to finally realize that, the area that perhaps may be the sweet spot where we could really deliver value by bringing these amazing minds together and unleashing the human potential is in the area of project management. How you can get people to collaborate together, work where you get in unison a group of people who are able to share their energy and enthusiasm and motivation towards a collective goal. That's what excited me about this, and I haven't stopped. It's been 20 years, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it has been changing a lot because you started with overall project management and more doing agile coaching, the way that all that development occurs. How have you seen that transition? How has it changed for you?
Sure, absolutely. So, when I started in this industry, agile has been around for a while, but it wasn't as prevalent. It was seen strictly as being in software shops. And over the years, what's happened is, so initially, we would do very heavy, detailed requirements documentation and heavy planning up front. Not that agile doesn't involve planning. There's a lot of adaptive planning along the way, but there was a lot of muda or waste being created in that, and we just be filling out forms and paperwork for the sake of getting the checkbox. The PMOs asked for it, so we're doing it because it's done. This form's been filled, this template's been filled, and we're literally copy pasting the same content again and again. Over the years, what's happened is that the industry, and across all sectors and across the world, I do consulting across the world and I see this everywhere, the need to become leaner and the lean agile mindset has just naturally evolved. It's become the norm, if you may say, in majority of the industries. And really that push for seeing where are we delivering value? Does it make sense? We're all, as a human race, I think, gradually beginning to realize that there's a lot of muda, a lot of waste. You know, they say that 58% is the best percentage of value that an employee gets from a resource on a daily basis. So we're talking about the best organizations. You think about the best entities, the FANGs, the Facebooks and the Amazons and, the Googles of the world. 42% of an employee's time goes to muda,
Mm.
waste.
Hmm.
That's surprising. I mean, as an investor, would you like to see 42% of your dollars go to waste? So there's an interesting dichotomy there, and we're obviously learning to deal with the human element, and I think it's also got to do a little bit with the fact that it's a generational change as well. The new
Hmm.
generation wants more independence. They want more autonomy. They want to have a purpose behind their work, right? That's very, very important to them. They want to be given time, just like Dan Pink says in his book Drive. He says they want to be given the opportunity to develop mastery at work. They want to feel that sense of accomplishment. That's really, really important.
Yeah, absolutely. And in terms of, so I'm glad you mentioned Daniel Pink, because he talks about all those things in terms of what requires motivation on the workplace, aside from good
Absolutely.
incentives and all those other things. But the sense of purpose is what's very important for us.
Correct.
Current generations. And now when it comes to the transition, it's also being a matter of speed as well, perhaps, because when thinking the approach